Hey guys, Steve up at the property, and this week we're going to build a firewood rack. Now, I am not going to take credit for this design. I saw a couple of videos online of a way to make a temporary, cheap firewood rack, get the wood up off the ground, and be able to stack it kind of high. And it just involves some 2x4s and some cinder blocks. So I got myself 10 cinder blocks, and I got pressure treated 2x4s, 8-foot lengths, and I got 14. And I'm going to show you how to put them together. And what we're going to be putting on them are the rounds. As you've been noticing the last few weeks, I've been cutting up the logs from the trees that they fell to build the house. And I've got lots of rounds stacked up. I'm running out of room to put them because when you're stacking up the rounds, I have a couple skinny trees laid down just to put the rounds on top of, just to get them off the ground. You can only stack them up so high before they start rolling out and collapsing. So with these, I could probably stack them a little bit higher. And this is for, I'm going to have 2 8-foot lengths and 2 of them. So 2 16-foot long racks to put stack rounds up about 4 feet high. Now, I'm going to put them right here next to where I have the smaller trees. I have some split already. Most of them are rounds, but they're smaller. And they've been there already for a couple of years. They're already seasoned. I still have to split some of them. I just don't want to do it by hand. It's very labor intensive. I'll show you where I'm talking. Okay, that's the original pile. There's one stack of rounds, and there's another. So let's unload the truck. Believe it or not, this stuff is kind of heavy. That's a little bit of a workout in of itself. I'm going to stack them up over here, and then we got to cut up some of the wood. It's funny. All of these items, by the way, to show you how cheap this is, and you'll see how much wood we could stack with it. It came out to less than $125. That's for the wood, the cinder blocks, and 2 small boxes of screws. So that covers everything. Now, when you go to Home Depot or Lowe's or any of these places, I was going to get the 8-foot lengths are for the bottom to put the rounds on. And then at the ends, in the cinder blocks, we're going to put 2x4s, and those are 4-foot lengths. We just place in there and lean them. I was going to get 8 4-foot lengths. But when I went to the pile, it was like $3.80 for a 4-foot section, and like $4.50, something not that significantly more for 8-foot. I'm like, I'll just buy 2 8-foot lengths and cut them in half, and that'll get me the ones I need, or 4 8-foot lengths and cut them in half, and that'll get me the lengths that I need. And I'm going to join the 8-foot lengths on each end with a small piece. So I got 2 8-foot lengths to cut into 14-inch lengths. You'll see them when I start putting together. Let's get to work. Looks like we got some company. This happens often up here. I'll just be working and the deer will be hanging out behind me. So, got all the stuff out of the truck. We got to drag the table saw out. It's battery powered, the wall table saw, great. We're gonna whack up some of these 2x4s and get to work. Now, just so you realize, this is gonna be temporary. What I'm going to do is, the house is behind you. I'm gonna build a real wood shed up there. You know, good size with metal roof to keep the rain and weather off it. But this is going to suffice just so I want to cut up these logs that I have left. I have quite a few. I don't even think this will be enough, but this will be enough to get me started, just so I could stack them up, get the wood up off the ground, and then I'm hoping to get the splitting to them within the next few months. And then once they're split, they'll be put into the wood shed. All right, let's get to work. All right, guys, I got myself set up. Got the table saw out and mulling around by the firewood pile. I saw this on the ground. Now, this is old, and I don't know what it is. This was like a hinge at one point. At the end, looks like it was supposed to grab something. I would say like ice tongs or something, but no. No idea. What do you think? I'm not getting rid of it. I think it's neat, even though I don't know what the heck it is. All right, guys, first order of business is I'm gonna cut up the wood. We need 8 4-foot lengths. So I'm gonna cut 4 of these 8-footers in half, and then I'm gonna take 2 of the 8-footers and I'm gonna cut them into 14-inch lengths. Then when I'm done with that, I'm gonna screw the sections together, lay out the cinder blocks, it'll come together, you'll see. So I'll let you watch me cutting it, but I'll put it on fast forward so you can watch me move real fast. Table's too small. Pieces starting to pinch the blade and making it buck. Let me see if I have my rotary saw. All right, guys, I found the rotary saw, but I didn't want to drag the horses out. I got stuff all over it. I know it's a little bit of a pigsty, but let's get these boards cut. Everything falling everywhere. All right, that was easy enough. All right, now we need 8 14-inch sections. So I'm just going to buzz them off and let them fall on the floor. Okay, now we're going to screw together the bases. So as you can see, these 2x4s are just dropped in. They're not connected, screwed in, nothing. Just drop them in. And you got these cinder blocks. You got one on the end, one in the middle to help carry the weight, one in the middle. So you got both of these bottoms sharing that one. Another one in the middle, one on the end. Same 2x4s there. And when you do the 2x4s, you make, you do them tall like that. So they're a little more rigid and sturdy and strong that way. And, if you want to go a little nutty, I guess you could screw the 2x4s on the end, the uprights, and you could screw these together, but they're not going anywhere. The weight's just going to hold them down. And the 2x4s on the end, they're going to keep them from falling out, kind of like the trees do on my stack. So it's not going anywhere. There you go. That's it. Simple. The wood is off the ground. The rounds will be off the ground. This wood is pressure treated. I'll probably keep this until the woodshed is done, and then I can throw everything in there. But for now, I got, I'm going to say between 10 and 15 big logs left, similar to what you see stacked in these two areas. I'll show you. Here's one stack. There's the other stack. And I'll tell you, I think I'm going to use every bit of these two racks. And I got them a little bit apart, but I'm kind of out of room. So I want to fill these up, and then I should be pretty much done for now with firewood. Anything else I get, I'll just leave in piles until I can get around to it, because I have to empty out I have to build the woodshed. Once that's done, then everything that you see here will be in the woodshed, and then I'll have places to put other wood. And to be honest with you, I don't think I'll burn it that quick. But I plan on having a fire pit outside down by the pond, so I know we'll use a bunch there too. Well, came back after a week or two, got a little bit warmer, and I was able to finish off the 3 logs we had in the front of the property. And we did a comparison between the Husqvarna and the Eagle Electric again, so that'll be another video. But we, it was only 3 logs. And they're big logs, so it kind of, I don't know how high I could really go with these, The rest of the logs are this big or bigger. So I have one other rack. I may have to get a couple of more. So this is going to be a ton of firewood. And once we get electricity, I'll get the hydraulic splitter. And we also have to work on building a woodshed. I got a lot of work ahead of me. So, looks great. These log racks, firewood racks, get the Steve's Cabin seal of approval. I mean, very cheap. I forget what I paid for it. I'll put it down here again. And it's a little bit more neat and orderly. And I have over here, I just had some tall, skinny trees, maybe about 4 or 5 inches around, and I laid them down. I put the logs on top of them, and I still got 3 or 4 high. Let me show you. Over there and over there. I'll probably go, maybe I'll go for another row higher. I don't know. What do you guys think? I got over there on that side, 1, 2, 3. Go another row? Please put a comment in. Love to hear what you think. Guys, thanks for following along with me this week. I'll catch you next time.